Hello and welcome everybody to my next episode. This time it's about one of my favorite things here in the Cleveland area, and one of those things that most people don't even talk about because the Great Lakes area is not necessarily known for it. It's the beaches. The beaches are amazing, not only in the Cleveland area but also near Detroit or Chicago. Wherever you go, you will find beautiful beaches. It's all fresh water, so you don't have to deal with the salt. You don't have to fear shark attacks or other crazy things. They're just fantastic places to hang out, to go swimming, to enjoy just some sun or a relaxed day on the beach. So when we arrived in Cleveland, it was a pleasant surprise to see how beautiful these beaches are. And my only theory is that people in Cleveland just already know that and they don't care to share it, so there are no good videos and photos about it. I don't know. And my opinion really is the beaches here are fantastic. They're totally underrated and definitely a reason to visit Cleveland. Beach number 1, Edgewater Beach Park. Edgewater is right next to Cleveland. It's basically the city beach. And if you live in downtown, it's super easy to get there via bicycle. So if you don't have one, it's a great reason to get one or rent one. There are bike paths that lead you directly from downtown to the beach park. Super easy to get there, maybe a 50-minute ride. If you prefer the car, it's not a big deal. There's tons of free parking available on site. And you always get a parking spot even on busy days. Right from the parking lots on, you will walk into a nice park with a lot of grassy areas where you can have barbecues or just lay down and enjoy the sun. Also on the marina, there are a couple of little walkways that you can just enjoy the views. You will have a great view on the cityscape of Cleveland. On top of that, Edgewater has a ton of amenities to offer, so they have bathrooms, they have food and drinks available for sale, they have free grill stations, they have a playground for children, a big one actually, a really nice one, it's brand new. They also have little buildings where you can host parties and events, and tons of benches and areas to just sit down and enjoy the summer. Right on the beach you will find really nice sandy areas. The water is not too deep, so if you don't like to swim, you can easily start on the shoreline and walk into the water without fearing to drown. It's really a very secure way to get in there. And on top of that, there are also lifeguards on duty on most days, so it's a very safe and enjoyable area. Another great thing about Edgewater is that right next to the beach there's also a little dog beach, so you don't have to deal with dogs on the main beach. No lifeguard is in that area and you're basically on your own. If you bring water sports, it's the same. So if you're in the lifeguard duty area, you have to follow certain rules. If you're in the other areas, nobody really cares. When you walk from the beach towards the west side of the park, you will find a ton of wonderful green space. It's a really nice park to walk or run through. It's just beautifully designed. A lot of people hang out there to have family parties or birthday celebrations. And a very nice option also to watch the sunrise or the sunset. You will see both typically from that area. And one of the most iconic things in Edgewater Beach Park is the Cleveland sign. So if you are in Edgewater, make sure you go toward the western end of the park and take a little snapshot with you and your loved ones in front of the Cleveland sign, and you will have a beautiful view on the beach, on the water, and the Cleveland cityscape in the background. Edgewater wouldn't be Edgewater if there wasn't also the option to surf. So I wear the right shirt here, aloha. I mean, Hawaiians will laugh at the waves that people are surfing there. It's not as big and gigantic as in Hawaii, but indeed surfing is a sport that a couple of people do here in Cleveland, and it's even crazier if I tell you that a lot of them do it during winter, because then you have typically a better surf. You will also find a ton of water sports activities right at Edgewater. Jet skis racing by, and boats and yachts. I mean, you will see everything. It's kind of the place to be. It's a very vibrant area. You'll find all kinds of people. You will find families, old couples, young couples. Everybody is on Edgewater Beach Park. It's really the beach where the whole Cleveland area gets together, and it's a fun place to hang out. It's, in my opinion, the best spot in the summer if you live in the downtown area, and it's so close by, so you definitely have to check that out. Number 2 on my list is the Euclid Beach Park. Euclid Beach is a little further out to the east, so you would probably want to take a car or call an Uber. And it's a very beautiful park. It's the first real beach park east of Cleveland. It's a little less upscale than Edgewater, but it still offers all the basic amenities like free parking, public restrooms, all the things you would want on a beach. The beach park itself is really nicely designed. It also has a little grassy area with benches and grill stations, so you can hang out there and enjoy just the nice views over Lake Erie. Or you can head down to the beaches, and there are actually a couple of beach sections. Again, you will have lifeguards on duty typically on most days. They will enforce all the standard rules here as well, so if you don't like that, you may want to head out a little further where there are no lifeguards. But other than that, I mean, if you're with a family, it's a great place because you have the safety included here. Euclid is particularly nice because you also have a little forest right at the beach park, so you can combine it a little bit with a nice walk through the forest and then head back to the beach, take a swim, relax, read a book. So you have a couple of options there. The beauty about Euclid Beach Park is the sunsets. Because you're east of Cleveland, the sunset will be right behind the cityscape of Cleveland, so you will have a wonderful view, especially if you have a camera with a zoom lens. You can make fantastic shots, and it's a recommended spot to have a nice picnic or a romantic dinner night. If you're living east of Cleveland, it might be your number 1 spot. Not really on my list, but I wanted to include that to the east side beaches is the Headlands beach. Headlands is really a more natural area to hang out, and you will see tons of birds and wildlife there. It's just a great area to be. It's also really nice, but it's even further out to the east, which is the reason why I didn't want to put it on the official top 3 list. But I sure want to mention it here in this video, and if you ever visit Euclid Beach, you may want to check out Headlands as well. Number 3 on my list, and this is not a ranked list, it's just the 3 top beaches that come to my mind when I think about Cleveland. And it's actually number 3 is my favorite, my personal favorite. It's Huntington Beach in Bay Village. It's the first beach to the west side of Cleveland after Edgewater, and in my opinion it's the best beach park because it combines the natural beauty of the Ohio coastline with really nice amenities, so you really get the complete package there. Huntington Beach has been redesigned and expanded just recently. When you drive to Huntington Beach, pick the route along the Lake Erie coastline, because that will give you tons of nice views onto nice properties and some lake views. I always choose the little detour over the highway. The highway is like a 15-20 minute car ride. If you go along the lake, it's maybe 25 minutes of a car ride, so there's not much of a difference. It's a much more enjoyable drive. Once you arrive in Huntington, there's also tons of parking available. Sometimes on the beach side, parking is limited. On the other side of the street, there is a lot of parking options available, so you will always find something over there. If you have a boat or a paddleboard or something like that, there's also a little area where you can load and unload your equipment. It's a 15-minute slot and it's free. Just drive up to the beach there. I will pin it here down on the map, and it's very easy to get your equipment right on the shoreline. Huntington Beach has 3 major areas. There is a little beach section to the east side where you can put in equipment like kayaks or paddle boards. Sometimes smaller boats also park there and just enjoy the views. To the left, or the whole left of the beach, is typically watched by lifeguards. So it's same as with Edgewater and the other beach parks. You will have to follow certain rules, but it also means if you have family and kids, they are being watched and you don't have to worry that much. The third section of the beach park is the upper area where you have tons of barbecue and grill stations, and also a little house that you can rent for special events. If there's nobody in there and it's not rented out, you can also use it just for free. Right next to that is a little picnic area with a lot of benches and tables where you can order food and drinks at the noshery, and it's a beautiful, cute little beach house that offers ice cream, drinks, finger food. I would say it's good enough for a small snack. It's not high-end food, but it's also, on the other hand, very affordable. If you don't want to pay for food, just bring your own stuff. You can use all the space there. One of my favorite activities at Huntington Beach is actually paddleboarding, just because it's so convenient to get my equipment on the water. It's not as crowded as the other beaches most of the times, so you always have easy access to the loading and unloading areas. The other reason why I like to paddleboard there is that you will have beautiful views along the coastline. If you've ever been to California, you would almost think it's the same place, and it's just a wonderful, gorgeous view. On clear days you will also see a little bit of the Cleveland skyline, and to the west you just have a fantastic view on the natural beauty of Lake Erie and the adjacent landline. I love to be there in the early mornings when it's still very quiet and have a nice breakfast there. It's just beautiful. The water looks like it's made out of glass. It's very quiet and you hear the birds chirping. It's just a fantastic experience, and I highly recommend doing that, or just enjoy the sunsets if you don't like to get up early. It's always worth a visit. When you're done with your beach day, you just walk across the street. There's a wonderful pizza place. It's called Chetty's Pizzeria, and it's a great spot. They have some outdoor seating areas and a very nice place to end the day. Right next to it is Bay Arts, and sometimes they have free plays. You just go there, walk up, sit down and enjoy the show, or live music, so it's always worth checking that out when you're visiting the beach there. It may be worth to combine these two things together. The other option is to just walk straight into the wonderful Huntington Reservation. The Huntington Reservation is a beautiful little forest where you can find all kinds of wildlife, and in fact right attached to this area is the Science Center. Admission is free, so when you feel for it, just go in there and check it out. You will learn a lot about Lake Erie and the area. They have also a few animals that they take care of in there, and it's always worth a visit. Because of the diversity that Huntington Beach has to offer, it's my personal favorite, but I'm pretty sure all of these beaches are a great choice. Have fun out there, stay safe, Don't go out in the water when you don't feel for it, and don't go out too far. You would think it's only a lake and not the ocean, but it still can get very dangerous. The weather patterns can change very quickly, and you don't want to bring yourself into trouble if you can avoid it. Now, the video is not over yet. I promised you a little secret beach, and this one actually is also in Bay Village. It's not far away from Huntington Beach. It's called Columbia Beach Park, and it's a small little hidden beach along Lake Road. I'll pin it down here on the map for you guys so you can find it. It's a dog park as well, so if you have dogs you can bring them here. Park on the other side of the street and walk down the little path, and then you will already see the waterfall to the left side. Once you go down the stairs, you will see a little beach area to the left and to the right side of the stairs. You can still go swimming there or bring a towel and hang out there for a while. It's pretty nice. The only downside is that there are no restrooms or other amenities offered. Columbia is a perfect place if you want to have a little romantic time for you and your loved one, because there are typically not a lot of people, so you have a little bit of privacy. You can enjoy the sunset or sunrise depending on the time. You have a waterfall that goes straight into Lake Erie, so it's really a beautiful little beach that everybody should check out if you're in that area. The water typically is very clean. It's just a great place to be. If you have a paddleboard or a kayak, you could also bring it down there and enter the water from there. You could even do a little tour from Columbia Beach to Huntington Beach or anything in between. There's also a picnic table, and in my opinion it's one of the best views over the lake area. So please check it out and let me know what you think of it in the comment section. So that's it. These 4, or better say 5 beaches are my favorites in the Cleveland area. They are the easiest to get to if you live somewhere near downtown. And of course I would like to know your own opinions. What are your favorite beaches in Cleveland? Do you like the beach life here? Do you think it's much better or worse somewhere else? I would really like to get your opinions. Please post them down below here in the comment section. I appreciate everybody's feedback. I appreciate if you like or comment my videos or just share them around. If you like what I do, please don't forget to subscribe. And I wish you a great day and see you to the next episode.